Hello there. Today we're going to talk about the Dyson DC25. It's one of the older Dyson balls that nobody talks about really anymore. The DC25 is the slightly larger brother of the DC24. One of the ball ranges. And these came out about 2008. Production was something like 3, 4, 5 years. They didn't run for that long. And they were replaced by the DC41. So are they a good buy today? So as with many things, it depends, be it spares or vacuums, it depends where you're going to buy it from. If you can get a decent reconditioned one nowadays, or you can find one to recondition yourself that's in decent condition, then they're not a bad buy. Even though they're a few years old, we still recondition the odd one or two of these and the little DC24s when we can find them. They're quite a robust ball machine, these, and there's less to go wrong with them, in my opinion, than there is with a lot of the later ones. Now, parts are quite plentiful for them. You can buy hoses. You can't buy the full cleaner head anymore, but you can buy the parts that go in the cleaner head to fix it, if you're practically inclined. So I'm going to show you one or two parts and give you some caveats about where you're buying from. There's a problem with these. Sometimes you'll hear a clunking in the ball, and what tends to cause it is the red clip on this filter. There's a lot of cheap and nasty ones of these post filters that go in the ball hanging around. You'll find a lot of them on Amazon and eBay, sold by the usual suspect who does no quality control. I won't say the name, but these are no good, and they allow the filter to pop out while it's inside the ball, and then they start clunking. The answer to that's to buy a decent quality filter from a place that sells good stuff. Now, sometimes one of the weak points in these over the years has become the little motor. There are two motor machine. There's a motor in the ball. In fact, I'll show you the motor in the ball. That's the main motor in the ball. They don't go actually very wrong that much. We've got a bunch of good tested recycled ones on our site, very, very cheap. They're a very long lasting motor. The second motor is a little brush roll motor that sits inside the head and drives the brush roll. They can fail occasionally, and sometimes the little loom that feeds the head can fail occasionally. Dyson stopped making the loom, so we made it instead. You can buy these on ours. You can buy all these things on our site rather cheap. Power cables tend to twist up on these, yet you have to replace a power cable occasionally. The ones from the usual trade suppliers are no good, so we had our own made with the correct spade ends on for them. So if you're a DIY repairer, the parts availability for these is really quite good. There isn't very much that you can't buy for them to keep them going. And if you're buying a reconditioned one, you know, as with anything, I'd say be wary of the usual suspects on places like Facebook Marketplace and eBay, because a lot of people just blow them off with an airline, wipe them with a bit of Mr. Sheen and call them reconditioned. And that isn't how you recondition a machine. When you recondition a machine, it needs to be properly clean inside. Everywhere it needs to be stripped down completely. If you're going to do that yourself, it's a good thing to learn on. If you're going to start repairing Dyson machines, you can go on our advice forums. Sam Watson, who some of you know, Beco 1987, he's done a really involved strip down topic on our forums about these with step-by-step photos and everything. So if you are a DIYer, there's a lot of free instruction out there. You'll find it on our forum. He's got some videos embedded there as well to teach you how to fix them. And the parts availability, as I said, is quite good. We've got some of our own exclusive parts for these, and there isn't very much that you can't buy. So are they worth keeping working? I think so, because when they're in good repair, even though they're a few years old, they're a good, reliable machine. And they're not costing you a lot of money to keep them going, because the parts are quite inexpensive. So instead of spending £200, £300, £400 on something else, why don't you just hang on to something that works properly, like one of those, if you've got one. Or indeed the smaller DC24 as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to put the link down below to the parts page on our site, so you can have a look at the parts. And I'm also going to put the link down below to the strip down topic on our forums for any of you DIY guys out there. So as ever on YouTube, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you're around browsing our vacuum channel, you should see some videos popping up on both sides here now of other things you may want to watch as well. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.